All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Thursday, the 15th of January. We are officially now halfway through the month. And I felt like the time was right here in 2026 to go ahead and do an art stream where I work on some practice. Because although from time to time I do a little bit of practice off stream, and one could argue that just creating a bunch of pictures is also a form of practice. I wanted to do some more focused stuff. Sometimes you can feel some of those fundamentals slipping away from you if you don't get back on them every now and again. But we're also easing into the years, so I'm going to just do some very simple figure drawing studies. We're going to do 30-second studies to start, and then we'll work our way up from there. And we'll see what we can do. We're going to try to not get caught up on the details. We're going to try to capture the form. We're going to try to capture the movement and the weight of the figure, if we can. I've got just a simple slice of tried and true printer paper. I've got a couple of different pencils here, so let's just go right on over. Okay. And I will have the art reference up on screen. There it is. And hopefully, as the reference changes, I mean, it's variable-sized photos, so some of them might be a little bit more off-kilter than others, but this should be good. So today I am using the trusty Line of Action website, and I will happily link it in the chat, just in case people would like to check it out. I really like using this one just because it has the built-in timer and a nice stock library, and you can kind of filter the results however which way. Okay. And I think today I'm also just going to work off of the same view that you guys get. So this smaller kind of image on the screen, just so I don't get too bogged down. Sometimes when I have this thing full screen, it's too much detail. And I really, especially with these 30-second images, just want to capture the absolute basics. Everything is going to be shaky and bad at first. This is not about perfection. This is just about loosening up. It's just about warming up, just getting into the headspace of noticing things and putting things down. It's not the be-all, end-all. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the play button here. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so 30 seconds. Okay. Right, it's going to change again. All right. So as you can see, these are very, very fast. So it's just about sort of getting the absolute first things that you notice, basically. Okay. Once I fill up this page, we're gonna go back to the menu and we're gonna pick a different timer. It feels like running a sprint. It gets really exhausting after a few. You just feel breathless. Okay. So we're gonna get ready for our next set. So we've done quite a few. That was an awful big blast of 30-second ones, but you gotta kind of do it just to get into the space, you know? You gotta let your hand and your eye and your brain all kind of remember what it feels like again. Even if you just get like a slash on the page to show the direction, the line of movement, the line of action, it's enough to get you in the headspace. What we're trying to do is just reconnect all those different parts, especially coming into a cold. I haven't done any drawing yet today, so something like this is incredible for just getting warmed up in the sense of like just letting those parts of your mind and your hand and your sort of your body and your intent all kind of fuse back together again before you start worrying about any kind of detail or any of that stuff. So I'm going to get myself a new slice. And we are going to increase our timer. So now we're going to take it up to 2 minutes. And once I press the start button, it's actually going to go into the first image. So just want to make sure all my stuff is lined up. And we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to, with the 2-minute ones, we're going to fill up just one page this time. And then when we flip over the page, or when I flip over the page, I don't know, like, I don't know what medium y'all are using. You could be doing it digitally, in which case you have an infinite canvas. But just in terms of how the stream is going to go, I'm going to finish one page side, and then when we flip to this side, we're going to do the next interval up, because we'll be doing less animals this time, since it's on a 2-minute. So let's go ahead and start our 2-minute timer in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I don't want to use my... This website really said get good at drawing horses this year, and you know what? Maybe this is the year. maybe this year I rise to the challenge and I get one really solid horse illustration in. Oh boy, all right. We're really going horse mode. Stuck in the details. Really gotta watch out for that. Okay, horses. We get it. a different kind of horse. Some good camouflage on that critter. It's kind of hard to differentiate some of the shapes at this size. But I would imagine it's counting on that. It's a good thing this is the last one for this page, because my pencil needs to be sharpened. Okay. So that is the end of that session. So we got slightly more complex renders. Whew, I gotta shake my hands out after all those horses. Good Lord. Okay, let's find the pencil sharpener. Where did I put that thing? Uh-huh. Okay. You know, in the moment it feels so bad, Cap, and it feels like I'm focusing on abstracts, and all that stuff is true. But I will say, after looking away for a couple of seconds and then looking back at these, like, at a glance, I can tell what all of them are, and that feels very good, especially the horse ones. Looking at them, I'm like, I got most of the proportions correct. Just at a quick 2-minute glance. Like, these are some good 2-minute horses, in my estimation. Some pretty good cats. I feel like I went a little bit too, draw what you think you see and not what you actually see when it came to the hedgehog. But that's okay. Sometimes it do be like that when you're trying to shorthand a lot of ideas. Okay, so we're gonna go with... What time is it now? I think if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I think we could do 7 5-minute poses and then close out the stream, because that will be pretty lengthy. Yeah, that'll be another half an hour, and that's just about perfect for where I want that today. So we're going to fill an entire page with 5-minute poses. These ones will be more than twice as long as those 2 minutes. So now we have some room for detail. We have some room for texture. We have some room to refine some forms if something looks a little bit off. Slippery slope. Try not to focus too much on the details until you're deeper in. Like, still get those fundamental shapes. But this is the point where we can actually start adding a little bit of refinement, if we so choose. For my money, I've always been in the school of, as soon as it looks like the thing I'm trying to get it to look like, I stop. My brain shuts off. But let's see what we can do in 5-minute chunks. So start now. Oh, we're back to the little piggy. So a lot of what I try to do at the beginning of these is seek out shapes. I mean, that's the fundamental building blocks for me, is finding the big shapes, because those will help me find the little shapes, and the little shapes create relativity. And then even if I'm not drawing particularly well, at least it creates the illusion. Of course, here I am going bonkers on some botanicals, which isn't even the subject of the study, but right, on to the next one. A pony. After doing those 30-second poses, you start to get psyched out by the chime. It's like the end comes so fast with those ones. So I think it must chime at like halfway to go or whatever. we got that dog again. Cardinal sin, drawing too close to the edge of the paper. That's okay. All right, horses, horses, horses. Honestly, it's good to have websites like this because I would never choose this many horses on my own. But ultimately, it's probably better for me. Okay, we're going to do 5. I only have room for 2 more on here. 2, 1, and that's gonna do it. Oh, and the best thing to do now is to look back at all we've done. So where did we start? We started here with the 30 seconds, I think. Or is it on this side? It's on this side. It's kind of interesting that that was the second one and it ended up coming back around again in the 5s. But it was quite a session. I feel like even from this one to this one, I can see a noted improvement in terms of like getting the essential stuff down. And there we have the rest of the 30-second ones. Our 2-minute ones. So many horses. So many horses. And then our 5 minutes. I hope you had fun hanging out or drawing along with me today. I know that it's very intense. Like, doing stuff like this is a lot. You feel kind of breathless at the end. But it's good, you know? It means that you're, like, pushing yourself. It means that you're, like, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. I certainly did. But I also feel now like I'm ready to do whatever. I feel like now any drawing that I do for the rest of the day is going to be, like, nothing to me. And again, this website, it's very easy to just get in there and do it yourself. It's got the timer built right into it, so it's fantastic for all that kind of stuff. Let me go ahead and put it in here again. Oh, wait. I've lost my copy paste. Copy. Paste. There we go. If you would like to try this on your own, I highly encourage it. It's very empowering once you get the hang of it. Once you start with those quick ones, get warmed up, and then move on. You don't have to do it for like an hour like we did today. You just do a few. Even if you just did like 3 30-second ones and then like a couple of 2-minute ones, that's enough to get you in the proper like mind, hand, heart space. And after that, you're golden. Just do it a little bit each week. But either way, I hope you had a great time hanging out. I'll be back on Tuesday, so look forward to more art stuff. I have no idea what we're going to be doing next Tuesday. My plate's a little scrambled right now, but at the very least, we'll draw something. We'll draw something, we'll color something, maybe we'll paint something. Look forward to it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you to the mods. Thank you so much for following, subscribing. It helps me out a ton. Cannot overemphasize that. I'll be back on Tuesday, and until then, goodbye.